Salute the whole community. Shout out to everybody that's joining us now. Salute to the whole community. Shout out to everybody. Really appreciate you guys for joining us. If it's on this late Sunday night, going into Monday, March 29th, but today being Sunday, March 28th, NCAA tournament. There was only a couple things on the slate today. A couple of games. So it's 4 games going on. And there was a couple of games going on in the NBA as well, and we're gonna get into exactly how today we were perfect once again. So I want to shout out to everybody that's continuing to support the community, show us love, just continuing to send us positive messages, and I will continue to work hard on keeping this community extra exclusive, bumping out all the bozos, and once again, shout out to everybody that's continuing to support us, preach positivity, progressive, and keep the struggle as well as the movement going. So shout out to you guys, shout out to yourself. Once again, I see you in the chat. Shout out to you, Zach. I was able to catch some of the things that you were able to do. So shout out to you being 4-0 today. Another perfect day for yourself. Let's get a round of applause for Zachary as well. 4-0 today on his wonderful plays. So shout out to you, Zach. Once again, amazing. And you guys, if you're not following Zach, he is the best D-GOAT when it comes to this stuff. So continue to show him love, show us love, and all the people that are doing this out of the kindness and the positivity in their heart, and not for their own selfish reasons or their own selfish agendas. And it's real easy to see and judge somebody's character based on the work that they put out, how they deal with with the losses and the wins humbly and stuff like that. So once again, amazing day. There was a bunch of things that you could have done today. Obviously, there was a couple of games that the lines were pretty significant. So we speak on this channel about ROI, return on investment. Also, you don't want to risk too much or take these high money line prices and don't get such a positive return on your money. So that's what we like to stick with. We like to stay within a range that's going to be super beneficial to the person as far as the amount of money that they're risking. So today we only have one play. That's it. With everything going on, we don't do the NHL, so we focus on MLB, NBA, and the NFL. But with March Madness coming around, we also like to throw the March Madness in as well. So for anybody who's not following us in March Madness, we've made 11 plays. We're 9-2 in March Madness. So shout out to us. Shout out to everybody who's continuing to collaborate, put the work together, drop their perspectives, their observations, and isolating specific games that you guys want to be able to attack. Yeah. So definitely. But let's get into today's play because there was a lot of stuff that supported this specific play. And shout out to my Sharks, because I like to call them my Sharks because they've been here for a while. They're veterans of the community, and they're able to understand the difference between a not so solid riddle or a kind of iffy riddle, and also being able to identify real solid riddles with the numbers to support it. So shout out to all my Sharks, and we're gonna get into today's play. We only have one play on the board. That's it. And that was the USC Trojans money line to win the game. So let's get into today's play. I'll tell you guys exactly why we had this, right? So as you guys can see, USC Trojans, they took care of the game. Wasn't over in the first half, but it was pretty much out of reach. Nothing is impossible when it comes to these predetermined scripted sports outcomes. But we were in the driver's seat at the end of the first half, as well as by the end of the game, the USC Trojans took care of business. So I'm gonna get into exactly why today we had the USC Trojans. So there was a lot of obvious things on top of right on the surface. But one of the most important surface things we could speak about we speak about gematria, and it's a number system that's attached to our letter system. And as you can see, the Oregon Ducks came into today 21-6. So this was their 28th game of the season, right? And also, this was the 28th day of March. So 28, big number, speaking about And also 28 is the 7th triangular number. So in their 28th game, on the 28th day of the month, they picked up their 7th loss, and 28 being the 7th triangular number, right? But not just that. Let's get into it again. USC equals 7 in the purest cipher. 28, the 7th triangular number, USC equaling 7, and the Oregon Ducks picking up their 7th loss of the season on the 28th day of the month, right? But not just that. Let's look at this. So, University of Southern California Trojans equals 217, like 21 and 7. Like the Oregon Ducks picked up their 7th loss of today to become 21 and 7 on the season, with the University of Southern California Trojans equaling 217 and reverse full reduction. Okay? This was anybody who studies gematria, you put this in on the calculator, you see 217. They got a chance to pick up their 7th loss in their 28 games, stay on 21 wins. Obviously, Sunday always having a connection to 21, equaling 21 in the purest cipher. We always pay attention to the days of the week. This was one of the surface things, but obviously, you see this, you want to slam it, okay? This is not by accident the reason why these things happen. They're there on the surface for a reason, right? But then you got the 25 playing all across you got Oregon equaling 25, okay? In reverse full reduction. Then you got Trojans equaling 25 in the strongest cipher, full reduction, okay? Then you got March equaling 25 in the strongest cipher and single reduction, okay? And you also have Sweet 16 equaling 25 in the pure cipher, full reduction, okay? And the USC Trojans today picked up their 25th win of the season while staying on 7 losses, okay? This is not by accident, it's far from a coincidence. And the reason why I put Keyshawn Johnson on the cover of this video is because for anyone who's not paying attention, this is exactly what happened, earlier, a month ago. You got Keyshawn Johnson, a USC alumni, grieving the death of his 25-year-old daughter, okay? March 16, 2021, this article came out. You got Keyshawn Johnson saying goodbye to his 25-year-old daughter. I believe her name was Maya or Mia, something like that, to that extent. Maya Johnson has died at the age of 25. And you have the USC Trojans picking up their 25th win of the season. All right? Never an accident. But let's dig a little deeper, right? So Oregon came into today. Their next loss in the NCAA tournament was their 16th loss for the Oregon Ducks in their history, right? Now, is that an accident that they picked up their 16th loss, okay, in the Sweet 16 against USC, which equals 16 in single reduction? Is that an accident? No, it cannot be an accident, okay? This is far from a coincidence, and these are the things. Now, when we get on here, we like to summarize the plays. We're not going to give out the whole entire decode, but these are some of the things that we put out to the community, the content that we produce, just to get people on board to attack in this specific game. There was no other game that we gave out. It was one isolated play, and people hammered this game. So shout out to everybody that was able to take advantage of this play. This was a wonderful line. The USC Trojans, they started out as an underdog, plus 1 point. Leading up to game time, it was, I believe, USC minus 1 point. So that was a minus 110, minus 115 money line price. An amazing money line price for everybody to attack and not have to worry about risking too much money, and getting a great return on their investment. So it was all about the numbers that the numbers we've been preaching about, numbers in their relationships. And, again, guys, this is not an accident, and it's all put together by the work, the numbers that jump out to us, and the 7 that was at play today with the 28 on the 28th day of the month, 28 to 7 triangular, USC equaling 7. 7's played all across the board. I see that. Shout out to you, Zach. Really, really, it's shout out to you on all the work that you continue to put out. A lot of people don't give this guy the credit that he really, really deserves, as well as myself. Everybody thinks that they could do what this guy has been doing, and that's obviously not a fact, okay? The guy's work speaks for itself, and as well as we continue to let the work speak for itself. We're not out here proclaiming and saying certain things that aren't true. You let the work speak for itself, and that's what this gentleman Zach has continued to do. That's what I continue to do in all humble aspects. Take your wins just like you take your losses. And for anybody that's confused on how when you use gematria, a game could go the other way, meaning you might possibly lose a game. There's no reason to ever be confused, because when you follow me, when you follow the work that I put out and the content that I put out, you will see exactly listed in my post why the game might go the other way, because I always list contrary aspects to it. So there's no reason to be confused if we so happen to get a game wrong, because it does happen every now and then. You just read the cons. It's listed in there to understand exactly why it might go the other way. So never by accident. Never by accident. It always follows. See, I'm gonna let you guys see this, right? So this is for anybody who's jacking or who's hating on. It doesn't matter. Shout out to everybody that continues to show us the love. But just so you guys can see, right? Every time I make a post, I list a con section, right? So in that con section, you'll see the things that might negatively impact this game, the reasons why it might not go the way I think. But this is you can see right here, listed clearly, USC Trojans money line. There's no other way to look at it, okay? And one other thing that you guys might not have known is a USC coach, right? Andy Enfield, he played for Johns Hopkins University. Johns Hopkins University. And Johns Hopkins University right now, currently at the center of this coronavirus pandemic. That's not an accident. So Andy Enfield and the USC Trojans pick up their 25th win against the Oregon Ducks, with Oregon equaling 25, and there's a whole bunch more to the decode. But as we could say, Oregon picked up their 16th all-time loss in the NCAA tournament in the Sweet 16 against USC, which equals 16, and today being a 16-date numerology. March, the third month, plus 2 is 5, plus 8 is 13, plus 2 plus 1 is a 16-date numerology. So a perfect day to pick up your 16th loss in the Sweet 16 against USC, which equals 16. Never an accident. All of this is very, very symbolic of the code that they continue to follow, the script that they continue to produce. So shout out to everybody that's continuing to support the work, the genuine work, the solid work, and we're going to continue to get the bozos out of here, man. Support those who support you. Show love to people that show love to you. And listen, man, there's a lot of people out here that are putting together great, content. Like I said, shout out to everybody that's continuing to produce positive and progressive work, getting the work out there. Gematria needs to be brought to the masses so people can start understanding why things happen the way they're happening on a daily basis. But sports is the way. Sports is the gateway to open up people's eyes. And it's just amazing the things that we're able to change. Every single day we're getting messages on how we're changing people's lives. People are able to supplement the fact that they're losing their jobs and they're not at work right now, and they're able to get this excess income on the side by using this number system to attack these professional scripted sports. And that's exactly what it is. These are predetermined outcomes that are happening right before your eyes. They're turning the magnets on in all aspects when it comes to whatever it is. Hockey, NBA, NFL, MLB, it doesn't matter. You see it right before your eyes how this stuff is they turn it on, and it happens exactly the way that they want it to happen. So shout out to everybody that's living righteously, that's showing us love, that's seeing the work that we putting out, and that's praising us and supporting us, and regardless of a win or a loss, we're gonna still continue to put the work out, consistently showing results. Guys, I want to tell you guys something. We're on the 28th day of this month, okay? Because of the NBA break that happened in the beginning of March, we had about probably 22 days or 21 days of when we actually produce content for this month. This is amazing work that we're putting out, okay? In February, we had 13 perfect days of multiple plays. Not one play a day, there's multiple plays on the day. So, like we say, a broken clock is right twice a day. Anybody could do that. But like we said, January, even more. January, over 20 perfect days of multiple plays daily. multiple plays. Another play that was on the board today that was easy, easy pickings for everybody that's following us. Obviously, they were a big favorite, but the Los Angeles Lakers, okay, they picked up their 30th win of the season against the Orlando Magic. Magic equaling 30 and reverse full reduction. Sunday equaling 30 and single reduction, just so you guys can see. The Los Angeles Lakers picking up their 30th win. Sunday equaling 30 in single reduction. And then we have Magic equaling 30 in reverse full reduction. Okay. And then the Lakers became 30 and 17, which it looks like 317, which is the 66 prime number. And obviously, we have Lakers equaling 66. So these are the type of, obviously this would have been an obvious play for today. And Lakers equaling 30 as well. So they picked up the 30th win against the Magic equaling 30. But they were a 6-point favorite. So for me to put out this play of the Lakers being minus 200, minus 220, it doesn't make any sense. But this is just the type of work, and consistent results. And for anybody that reached out to me, I told them this was an easy winner. Try to get this game in a teaser or something so you can get the price down. And that was an easy win. So shout out to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. The Los Angeles Lakers did not cover the spread, but they won 96-93 against the Orlando Magic, and that was an easy one. For anybody that uses gematria, you can be able to see easy things like that. But to give you a minus 220 or minus 250 money line price, that's not what we do over here. Okay, we like to recommend beneficial lines where people can take advantage, and not be risking, so to say, the house or an arm and a leg just to get back a little bit of a return. That's not what we do. We focus on positive prices between a certain amount, minus, we attack a lot of underdogs, several underdogs. In the NCAA March Madness alone, multiple underdogs have already been hit. So shout out to everybody that was attack Los Angeles today. You got the LA Lakers winning, you got the UCLA Bruins underdog winning, and as well as the USC Trojans winning. LA was kicking butt today, so LA was on fire. Did not lose today. Shout out to everybody that put together a Los Angeles parlay today with the Lakers, USC, and UCLA. It was amazing. Came through. So, if you're not already a member, the link will be in the description. Come over and join us. The work speaks for itself. You can check it against anybody or with anybody. Actually, you're able to learn the system yourself and apply it yourself because I show you the work. I allow you to see how I come to my conclusions, and the work. Like I said, we continue to let the work speak for itself. So once again, shout out to Zach. Shout out to everybody in the community that's continuing to show us love and support us and promote us. We don't really get too much promotion, but shout out to everybody that tries and does promote us, help us with promotion. And if you're not, and y'all already know how we do. Once this video is posted, please come back, drop a positive comment or some constructive criticism. If you're a bozo, get yourself out of here. There's a lot of other communities you could join or attack or whatever. Bring that negativity to. That's not what we do over here. We keep it positive and progressive, and that's why we're able to show these consistent results. In March, we like I said, because of the NBA break, and I also took some time away to go on vacation with my family. We've done about 20 or 21, 22 days of content. And, the work speaks for itself, man, or 20 days of content, whatever the case may be. And not even that. I think it was maybe less, like 19 days of content, whatever the case may be. But it's amazing so far. So, if you're not in tune, you need to get in tune. And we always going to keep it positive, progressive, and humble, regardless. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys rocking with me late at night, late on a Sunday night. And, moving forward, you already know how we do. Hit that like button. Don't be a cornball. Don't be a hater. And, stop letting, if you're not happy, stop letting people take advantage of you. Stop letting people come at you. Stop letting people give you a subpar work when you expect positive, not only learning how to be able to do this for yourself, because that's a very important aspect of it, but understand why when you're wrong, understanding why you're wrong. For people in my community, you should never be confused on when we get a play wrong, and I'll tell you, and I've already explained to you why. I list it for you. I do the work for you, so you never have to go and try to understand, and break it down for yourself and figure out exactly why I might have gotten the play wrong. I've already done that work for you, so that's exactly why people are rocking with us and people love how we put together our content. And we started a new a new level to this shit. People are starting to attack the work the same way I am. People are starting to use my the framework of what we're doing, and it's all love, man. So shout out to everybody that's trying to do that and trying to do better, um, and whatever the case may be. Steel sharpens steel, but that's it, man. I'm gonna always show love to people that show love to me, and the bozos we just gonna keep it moving, man. Because when you doing your own thing, and you're happy and you're building, you got no time to pay attention to any bozos. So shout out to the people in the chat. Obviously, you guys care about yourselves, you care about the work, you care about the gematria community, and you care about taking advantage of the people that have been taking advantage of you. So middle finger to the elite, and all you guys have a safe and productive night. Have a wonderful week, and salute to yourselves because you guys are in the minority, not the majority. So salute. On that note, we out of here, man. Victor, it's all love. Shout out to you guys.